Yo, what's good to my victory squad? It's your boy Youngster Jake, aka Protein Victory Master himself. Welcome to another episode of the Road to Pokemon Sword and Shield series. We got 24 days left until the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Have you picked up your game yet? I personally just went ahead and pre-ordered my copy of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I ordered the dual pack for the best little reward I can get. Which, in this case, it seems like it's the coin edition. If you didn't know, there is, if you pre-order Pokemon Sword and Shield from Best Buy, you actually get like two little coins to say thank you for purchasing the game, which I think is really cool. Yes, it's not like the little stuff I have back there, little figurines that we got for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but hey, it still works at the end of the day. Today I have some leaks I want to talk about, how credible they are. Some of them are pretty credible, I believe. The one for sure is very credible because the first leak we have is actually a leak from the Ichiban, aka Corocoro magazine. And in this magazine, nothing really new was revealed, or was it? So in this magazine, it shows us images of Zacian and Zamazenta. And these Pokemon, we knew about them, right? We know they're there. Cool. So why are you talking about this, Jake? Well, in the magazine itself, if you zoom into it really closely, you'll see that it actually says that, well, the typing is question mark, ability question mark, everything's just kind of like question mark there, which it's very odd for them to do that. Why would you put question mark there for the typing and the ability? I get the ability, because maybe it's the new ability they're bringing into the game, right? But for the typing, we can probably already assume it's gonna be like a steel/fighting type Pokemon, unless there's gonna be a new typing. I don't see them actually doing a new typing. They made such a big deal of the fairy type when X and Y got released that it wouldn't seem plausible for them here just to be like, hey, once the games come out, by the way, there's new typing. So, but it's just interesting, regardless that they're keeping it so hush-hush that at the end of the day, we already can kind of assume that it's either a steel fighting type or fighting steel type, you know? Especially for Zacian, I could see that being a fighting steel type Pokemon, and then for Zamazenta being a steel fighting type Pokemon, just because, well, the shield's blocking it off. Fighting type, you're always fighting with that sword. So, I think at the end of the day, that's the typing they might be, or they're trying to throw us with a curveball here, and like 2-3 days before the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield, they're gonna drop a trailer for new typings, and boom, we're gonna be like, what? That actually happened, and we're gonna be like, yeah, it did happen. We got new typing like right before the game's release, which would, I believe, if they did something like that would just blow the internet away, because that's something that Pokemon's never really done. They've never dropped information a day or a few before the release of the games, of the upcoming games, right? But regardless, it's interesting to look at this because Pokemon Sword and Shield, they've been keeping everything so hush-hush. We don't know the second stage evolutions for the starters. Yes, we've seen a lot of Pokemon being revealed, but have we really? Like, a few days ago, when I was working on my next video, yes, by the way, this is not the video that I was hyping up that you guys are going to be getting. This is something extra I'll be uploading today. I did some research, and there isn't actually that many new Pokemon that have been revealed for Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's a handful. Yes, we've seen a lot of Pokemon, but they're all mainly Pokemon that we've seen are ones that are being brought back from other generations, which is awesome, don't get me wrong. That's, I think, what people really want to see, hey, is my Pokemon going back in the game? They haven't really got much of that, so it's just odd at how they're keeping so much stuff hush-hush, yet we've actually had some very credible leaks come for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So that brings me to the next topic here, actually, which is Dynamax/Gigantamax Machamp, which, if you go back to my video I uploaded a few days ago, you'll see that in that video, in the very beginning of Pokemon Sword and Shield, you got 3 posters. I believe it's of Machamp, Gengar, and then I forgot the other one. I know for sure it's Machamp, however, and Gengar. I just forgot the other one, Charizard. And, well, one of that Pokemon already has a Gigantamax evolution that we know of that's been confirmed, which is Charizard. So I wouldn't really doubt if we got a Gigantamax Machamp, and I can honestly see them having this in the game. Like, they've hinted at Gengar there and Machamp in the beginning of the game, and it's just odd to have those posters right there, right? You could have easily had a poster of Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise, but no, you got a picture of Venus or Charizard, Gengar, and Machamp, which is just okay. Oh, okay. You're hinting at something here, and how that we had the hint to put one Diamond and Pearl in the very beginning of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So definitely a giant hint towards Gigantamax Machamp here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see this guy in the game once the games get released. But it's cool regardless to look at that. Hey, there's Gigantamax Machamp potentially in the game. The last thing I'm going to talk about is actually a leak that it's quite fresh. This came right out of the oven, right out of the print presses. And that one is apparently a card designer for the English type TCG sets saw some Pokemon while he was doing his thing. He's actually a calligraphy artist, if you don't know what that is. So it's somebody that does the the text and stuff on the packaging and the cards, etc, right? So he's not the actual person that draws the Pokemon, because, well, and that's the very important note here, because if you look at what he drew on 4chan, 4chan, it's questionable. It doesn't even look like actual like TCG type drawings, but again, that's because he's not an artist. He's more the calligraphy artist for the cards. So I'm gonna go with these potentially could be very credible. And I say potentially because, well, there's a few ones on here that are kind of making me scratch my head, like this one right here, for example, with the giant bat thing. And I know he's not an artist or anything, but it doesn't seem like the art style of the other Pokemon that he's drawn here. Like, for example, we have the clock here, like the walking clock, which reminds me a lot of Phantom's evolution line. So, I don't know why that right there looks like James Turner's art, honestly. But the bat thing, it could either one be Impidim's evolution, which if we went back to the last leak of the Pokedex that got leaked, the whole Pokedex got leaked a while back. One of the Pokemon on there actually looks like that. So could they have just reused that leak in this and kind of redrew it? Possibly. But if you look at this, the little birdies right here, that is Corviknight's like 3-stage evolution, and it matches up, honestly. Like, when you look at Corviknight versus those three, it really does match up. So it potentially could be the long lost Corviknight evolution line that we didn't know about until now. I don't know why I say long lost. It's very early in the morning here. Okay, forgive me. It's 3:30. I need to go to bed, but actually I gotta go work in like 2 hours here. And then if you look at the next one here, there's a beaver Pokemon on there, right? And that's kind of what makes me wonder, hey, this possibly could be real because of the beaver Pokemon on there. If you don't know, way back, I think on the second trailer Pokemon Sword and Shield we got, a kid in the stands has a shirt on with a beaver on his shirt. And ever since then, people have been speculating. They're like, where's this beaver Pokemon? Is this gonna be a new Pokemon? Blah, blah, blah. And, well, we haven't got anything of that, but, hey, this right here, it seems a lot like the beaver Pokemon that is on that shirt. And again, he potentially could have just seen that he could have seen that leak or that image we saw and like been like, hey, let's just redraw this and call it a leak. But I really do believe that some of these actually might, if not all of them, are gonna be in the games. Like, there's a Quillfish evolution on here, which I can see them doing, like having a Galarian Quillfish, because it seems like they're going the route of giving the Pokemon that desperately need an evolution. Farfetch'd definitely need an evolution. Now we finally have one. Surfetch'd. So it seems that they're going that route. The Fox Pokemon there, very interesting Pokemon. It reminds me of Sky Shaman in a way. And then that, whatever it evolves into, that thing looks beastly. It looks like, kind of reminds me of a Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest. Now, this right here. this right here is the big one that I'm very excited for. Right off the bat, it seems like Drifblim might be getting a third stage evolution, or a Drifloon I should say. Which if it does, very odd thing to do. I don't know why they would go that route. Maybe to kind of like gear towards Pokemon Diamond and Pearl per se, because those remakes are definitely coming next year. Like there's so many hints. Like if that's the first thing you see in the game is Diamond Pearl remake hint, I can't wait to see what else they've got in store for us regarding hints for Pokemon Diamond Pearl remakes and Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I could definitely see there being a Drifloon evolution. I'm just sad that on the leaks that I'm seeing here, there's no Chatot evolution. So I'm really hoping that that leak is true of having a Chatot or just a Chatot evolution in general. I really would love for Chatot to have an evolution. Like I've said, I had a lot of fun using Chatot back in the day with Chatter, and I would love to use that Pokemon again in today's Pokemon games. But here, we see Shovel's evolution possibly. Look how sad he looks, which makes sense. In a way, it reminds me of Monferno though, so I don't know. Maybe this artist is this kind of at this point going with the route of being like, hey, I can just kind of redrew like this Pokemon, but it really looks sad and it's making me sad. Like look how sad the Pokemon looks. He's like, man, I haven't been released yet. I'm so sad. And there's a random turtle Pokemon beside it. I cannot see the turtle Pokemon evolving into whatever that is beside it, which I definitely believe it's Sobel's evolution. So the turtle Pokemon might just be, well, actually, it might be the little spinny thing that's below the turtle. Maybe that thing evolves into the turtle. I don't know. And there's some weird looking radish Pokemon over here, which I can definitely see, again, James Turner doing because, well, he likes doing stuff like that. He's got Vanillite, and I don't know even why I'm saying like that. I actually do like Vanillite's evolution line. I use that Pokemon a lot. I really do like his style of doing Pokemon. So I can definitely see the Radish Pokemon being, again, being a real Pokemon because of James Turner's art style. Going back to the last one we looked at, though, with the Squirrel, it seems that the Squirrel actually is a pre-evolution. Down there, like it kind of looks like it's a squirrel on 4 legs, and then it evolves into a squirrel with like, well, on 2 legs. It's gotten like chubby, and it's sponsored by Monster there. And then last but not least is Roly-Poly-Poly-Oly's evolution line. I'm guessing it's gonna be called Roly-Coly and then Poly and then Poly-Coly. Just kidding, I don't know what it's gonna call, but this right here is another reason why I do believe that these are very credible Pokemon art leaks. Just because we've seen this concept art kind of around, as we've seen that in the Pokédex got leaked a few weeks ago as well. We kind of saw these two in there, and well, it wouldn't surprise me. It looks like James Turner's art style again. I know this is not an actual artist, so some of them are kind of rough. But when you actually look at them, they look very realistic, right? Like they actually look kind of good, and you can see that this guy has some sort of art talent because it's not just a bunch of scribbles and stuff. Even though some of them do look like scribbles, some details actually been put into this, right? So I can definitely see the Roly-Poly evolution line being plausible and being valid, which in the end might make this whole leak become more real. And I feel there's some Pokemon in here that he drew just to kind of throw GameFreak off, because like I said in the video I uploaded a while back, a lot of the leakers have been getting like fines sued from Nintendo, including the Riddler. I think he's still in court battle right now, but yeah, there's a lot of the stuff going on with these guys that I'm sure they don't want to get involved within, so they have to like throw little stuff in there that isn't even part of Pokemon, right? Like this thing right here, like this thing looks like the little monster thing, like the metal monster thing, looks like a show I used to watch when I was little. I forgot what the show's called, but it was a show where it was like a robot, they got a robot friend. I think there's some cereal made out of this show or something, and they went on adventures, and yeah, it's kind of like Ratchet and Clank, but it's like the cyberpunk aspect of it. But it's like literally that thing looks like the show I watched when I was little. I don't remember the thing though, the name of the show. Anyway, I'm starting this video so short. I thought I'd go over a few things that I found over the last few days and put them together because, well, It just makes sense, and I want to know your opinion on this. Do you think that we possibly may see new typing or not? I personally believe, as I actually looked into this later on, I don't think we will. Just because it's a little bit too late in the boat here, but we may get it at the end of the day. Maybe they want to throw us a curveball here and go with like a week or two before Pokemon Sword and Shield release and be like, hey, there's a new typing in the game. You should buy it because it's new typing. And then we will. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think it's been new typing of Pokemon Sword and Shield as well. Are you going to be picking up Pokemon Sword and Shields? I've been seeing still a lot of like people being like, no, I'm not going to because of the national decks. But I would like to know, with everything that you've seen of Pokemon Sword and Shield up until now, are you excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield? Or is this becoming one of the first Pokemon games that you may just pass along? Or will it be another Pokemon game that you'll be passing along and won't be playing this time around? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and be sure to check out the video I'll be uploading later today. I guarantee you will really, really enjoy it. I've poured my soul and heart into this video. Until next time, peace out, see you guys then.